Well, we got to rout out racism in any form, whether it's in any institution or in anyone's hearts. And there's only one candidate up here who has had to apologize for a racist slur, and it's not me. And if you watch the murder of George Floyd, it was despicable, not just the officer who killed him, but those who stood by and allowed it to happen. And so we moved forward some common sense police reform. Tim Scott's bill, it was about 70% of what the Democrats were asking for. It was good reforms in order to address some of these issues and give more funding to police. I back the blue. I've gotten the endorsement of the Arizona Police Association. What's happening right now in our cities, the violence is despicable, and you see many on the left who are just standing by and doing nothing. Again, I'd ask my opponent whether he wants to take back the endorsement that he gave to Ilhan Omar, who in Minneapolis is leading the effort to defund the police. He's standing there with his arm around him. This is dangerous. The 12,000 officers in the Arizona Police Association, they know that I've got their back, and that's why they're backing me. And I think I just heard, I'd like to know whether he would vote for Tim Scott's bill, but I think I just heard that he wants to support criminals being able to sue police officers just for doing their jobs. Now, I know what it's like to make life and death decisions in combat in the A-10 Warthog, and our men and women go out every single day and kiss their families goodbye. They need to have our backs and not have criminals to be able to sue them. Did you say you supported that? Nancy Pelosi bill, who you also endorsed and supported,
well,
to allow criminals to sue police officers?
On the Tim Scott bill that you referenced, the Leadership Conference on Human and Civil Rights says it's inadequate, and other organizations. It didn't include qualified immunity. It didn't include consent decrees. It didn't include body cameras or use of force laws. I think that that when police officers are found that there was serious wrongdoing, there should be an accountability aspect to that. As a son of two police officers, my mom and my dad, I realize this is a tough job. But there should be accountability, there should be independent investigation, and there should be oversight.
Senator McSally, are our cities safe? Some would say President Trump has sort of fomented some of the racial problems by making it seem as if there's a divide between white and black.
The violence and the anarchy that's happening in cities across the country is devastating to local communities. The violence is going up. The attacks on police officers. Listen to what Counterfeit Kelly just said. He said he would support allowing criminals to sue police officers simply for doing their job. That's why they're backing me, those police officers. They know with the attacks that are going up on them right now, vilifying them, that are led by people like Ilhan Omar, his wingman. That's what's happening right now. We need more funding the police. We need to back the blue. And those local mayors, they need to provide public safety. Look, what these guys want, if they're given, if they're given power, which we need to stop from happening, is to vilify the police, defund the police, and then come after your Second Amendment rights so you can't defend yourself and your families. I back the blue, and we need to make sure they have everything they need to keep us safe.
Do you support criminals filing suit against police officers just for doing their jobs?
Not criminals filing suits against police officers, but when there's wrongdoing, and clearly there was an investigation, and part of being accountable and part of being respectful in the community, I think there should be some level of accountability for cops when there was clear wrongdoing.
Look, that's a big deal. These men and women in blue, they could lose their retirements, they could lose their homes, their college funds simply for doing their jobs. Getting sued by criminals, getting rid of this qualified immunity, that's what it means, you guys. I back the blue.